goes the fan. I had nothing special planned for today, which is why I decided that I should film something. I mean there are a lot of things which I could do right now, that is study, um, but there's this feeling that I should make a YouTube video, and that is what I'm doing. Um, Today has not been the best. Um, I mean every day has kind of been the same, which is why I really want to make a change. My life is not the way I envisioned it to be. It is not going the way I am planning. I am not planning it for the. I am not, because I have not planned anything, which is why I'm not liking the way my life has been doing. Which is why I think right now I'm gonna plan the life which I want to see in my future. So let's do this activity together. Let's get a book, let's write, let's put on some cool music in our surroundings so that we get inspiration, and let's sit in a cool and cozy and clean room. So let's start. I am going to write down how I want my life to look like in this paper, which I was which I was making a greeting card for my friend's birthday. But I guess this is of no use now, so I'll write down on this cute paper the things which I want in my future, and I'll start working accordingly. So I think if you are confused right now, let's do this activity together. So, before you write anything, I want to give a disclaimer, that is, write the things which you want in your future, but uh, not like very far from when you are now. Like, for example, if you are 20 right now, don't write things which you would want to have when you are 30. Write things which you would like to see yourself working towards when you are 23 or 22 or 25. Don't go too far away, because then the motivation just vanishes, and that is not something we want. So right now I am writing down the things which I would want myself to be doing when I am 22 or 23, because if I don't do it right now, I'm not going to do it afterwards as well. So let's do it, and let's write down actionable steps below it which we can take right now, so that we can get that same thing in the future. Let's do it. Idea of myself. I have an actually. This frame is not. I mean, let's just film. Okay, so right now I just finished writing all the things which I want when I am 23, and it is not anything materialistic, it is everything that I want myself personally to be. And on back of the page I have written down the steps which I can take daily, or maybe sometimes in a week, in order to be there. These are not like very big things which are very hard to achieve, neither are these very easy things. These are the things which I can only achieve if I work hard. And yeah, so that is what I will be doing, and one amongst them is filming videos, which is why I have decided to film this video while doing this. So I hope you have also done it, and let's achieve the things which we want together, so that we both won't be sad. But yeah, apart from that, I don't know what else should I include in this video because I have not like scripted anything that I want to post here. But yeah, these are the things which I hope you have written down these things. So now let's get on with the day which is left ahead of us, and yeah, let's see what else interesting it is, that what are interesting things which we can do right now. I am thinking of reading, I'm planning to read this book which is called The Spanish Love Deception. I have read this much as of now. There is still a good chunk of book remaining. I read this book before sleeping because I really don't like this habit of mine wherein I scroll before going to bed, which is why I have started this new habit of. I think this is a cool frame. This is one thing which is not good. Okay, so I think this is a pretty good frame for now. So right now I am going to be telling you all things which I do to make myself happy on daily basis, because I think it is that phase of my life wherein I'm not happy naturally within from the things which are around me. Don't get me wrong, I'm really grateful for the things which I have and for the life which I get to live on daily basis. But this is like a human tendency, I feel, or at least this is how I have been. Uh, Whenever things don't go my way, I tend to feel so bad about it, and I tend to overthink. I I'm just not happy when things have not been my way. Let's just say that, and which is why, um, for the past for the which is why last year went uh, went I did not did anything. I was just laying on my bed scrolling phone throughout the year. But this year I think we are ready to make change. I am ready to change my life because this is something I don't want right now. Even though I'm grateful for the way I for the for my surrounding, for my environment, but I want something different. This is not something I am aiming for in my future, which is why, if you are in the same position as I am right now, let's let's change our life together. Let's do things together. So right now I am going to be telling you all the things which I do to bring myself out of this sad mindset, and what are the things which I do that actually change the way I feel in the moment, because these are really beautiful, awesome things are which can change the way you think you are right now. So let's begin. So the very first thing which I do, that is, I have started reading books. I have started reading romantic novels. I have started reading self-help books. Okay, so the thing about self-help book is I started it when I was in 10th, but I never really implemented any of it. So this time as I'm reading it, I've also learned to implement it in my current life. That is something which I've started doing. And when it comes to romantic novels, I was very much influenced by the trend which was around me, and I started reading it. And I've also made a full video of it on my other channel. I think if you want, you can watch it, wherein I've told you all the things, the books which I've read so far. And romantic novel and the books and romantic novels indeed is a loop in which you tend to fail, but it is a good distraction, a good relaxation, a good break from your present. Yeah, so that is something which I've done. The second thing which I've started doing is I dance like nobody's watching me. I I have so much fun whenever I'm dancing. Um, it is just the nicest feeling, because I dance with the door closed of my room, because I don't, for the sake of God, I don't want anybody to see me watching, because I don't dance really. My dance is really bad. But you know what? There is this different kind of joy wherever you are dancing. and you are not embarrassed of yourself, and you are not judging yourself for dancing a certain way, and you're just dancing because you want to, because you want to have fun, because you want to make your present self happy. And I think that's the most beautiful thing a human can do to themselves. And I think you can do it too if you are dealing with sadness or just frustration or just not feeling the best in that moment. So that is something I've started doing. Apart from it, I write gratitude notes, but that is something I'm not really consistent in, because I have to sit and I have to think about the things which I'm grateful for, which are a lot. Whenever I have done this activity for a week or a month, but that is something which has not really come into my routine, which is why i I don't really think I can describe it really well, but that is indeed a great habit to have. Yeah. Apart from it, I have also started to draw. So this is my book. It's my drawing book. I think I bought it from Mr. DIY, and it is really pretty. I love it. I have always wanted to have a book like this, which is opened, which is hor- horizontal. And yeah, so I love this book. I have made tons of drawing doodles, a sketch. I write my bucket list. I write down things which I would do in a month, and it is really helpful, and I love doing it. I love drawing. I love to draw. I love, so whenever I draw, I create a scenario around me. I make the environment around me really nice and cool and aesthetic. So what I do is I select a playlist or music which I would want to hear, which I am feeling at that moment, and I draw. And it is the best and the most amazing feeling. I don't listen to any podcast, because engaging with anything which is related to people, whenever I'm sad, I tend to not do it, because it gives me more tension and sadness. Because the reason why half of the human beings are sad in 2025, at least as per my belief, is because we are looking at other people and comparing our lives, and we think we are not doing much, and we think that what we have done, what we have achieved up till now, what all the choices all have made are bad, which is why we tend to not like ourselves, and that is something I don't like, that I do as well. So these are the things, these are few things, two or three things which I've done, which I recently started, um, which make me not think about those things, which is why I love listening to songs instead of watching podcasts or videos or vlogs or shows, because it is nice to think that way. But yeah, that is something which I've done. It's quite hot right now. I'll just quickly turn on the fan. So yeah, that is that about right now. It is really, the weather is really nice today. It is, the sun has come out after a really long time, and the brightness, it's just nice. It's just nice. And yeah, that is that about right now. I'll film something if something interesting comes up. So yeah.